reality is different in Nigel land. Saturday means doing very little work because of very little time. So it is about time we had a bit more progress on Nigel. This car was supposed to be back out of here by the end of this month, last month. Didn't happen, did it? Today's plan, knowing that I'm not really going to get Nigel entirely finished off ever, will be to pull it out of the lockup, warm it up and do an oil change, and put some of the interior trim back together before I completely lose it. But before I do that, I could do with finding the airbox for it. I saw it just the other day. I took it off not so long back. Took it off, need to put it back on, etc. Don't know where it is, where could it go. Just warming the engine up around the back. There are people in close proximity, so it would seem a bit rude to just leave the engine ticking over for them. They might not like it. That is the oil service complete. All I need to do now is just start it up and see whether the sound is smoother. You see, I am somewhat embarrassed to admit that Nigel's oil service is a little bit overdue. I think that's nearly 4,000 miles I've done on the oil that's just come out. According to your service book, obviously that's perfectly okay, but to my book, it's not. And that engine just doesn't sound quite as smooth as it used to do. K-series, of course, known for being a bit tappety, a bit knocky sometimes, piston slappy, but this one was always quite nice. A bit like yesterday's video, this the way it ends, just with me sat with the roof down, having a little ponder. It was my full intention today to carry on doing the shiny, polishy paintwork stuff on the car, but at least I did an oil change, so it's another step further towards the car being where I want it to be. That's the. I've got a really tough decision to make in less than 2 weeks, and that decision is, which car do I use? Because Nigel will be going back on the road next month. It's Pride of Longbridge in April, so I have to take that one, don't I? But which other car should I use? Now Nigel's supposed to be the treat car, so then I have an everyday car and then the fun car. But it's looking like at the moment I'm going to want to do 2 fun cars and no everyday car. I mean, because I want to carry on driving this, don't I? I'm going to struggle to just put it away and just see it there all month and not use it. But if that's the case, then what would I use instead? What car should I use? Toby Charles? Supposed to be using a company car. You see, if April turns out to be like the proper start of spring, sunnier, warmer days, longer days. There'll definitely be longer days, but will there be more worthwhile days? I don't know. I'll want this car. This car is addictive. I can't stop using it. I just want to be in it all the time, whether it's daytime or night time. I want it. I want to be out, roof down, even if it's raining. It's a bit wet in here now because I left the roof open.